Well, hey there, everyone. A good and a happy Thursday to all of you. King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon here with you this afternoon. We're going to discuss more widespread rain chances starting to come on in. Some of you already noticing it. The others of us, well, we'll start to see that come in later tonight and more of that throughout the earlier half of Friday. Plus, we got some breezy winds to talk about too. But as far as the rain, we're keeping that generally off to the west. So first stop will be right here to Westport, where we see the cloudy skies and the raindrops showing up on the camera lens right there. Going to be a wet soaker of a day for us throughout Thursday. Now, as you go up into the mountains, I think the farther south you go across the Cascades, the higher amounts of snow we're expecting. So White Pass, you'll probably get up closer to maybe 10 inches of snow at least, maybe inching up closer to a foot, while areas farther to the north here around Stevens Pass, I think the best we'll probably do here over the next couple of days will be about a half a foot. Still, good snows and everything, and we're going to get into that forecast in just a bit. But I first wanted to start us off with this drought monitor that released this morning, and this is the latest outlook we're seeing. And just check out that divot that's now showing up in the drought conditions across California. The rain has definitely helped out for them. They have more heavy rain coming through today and tomorrow. Hopefully no flooding concerns with the snowpack that they have up into the mountains, but it's improving there. Seeing some improvements also over Oregon, and then here into Washington State, we just have those areas of abnormally dry soil everywhere that you see that is designated with the yellow shading. Now, it's not technically drought, but of course we can use some water, and I think we're going to get that in the form of these next few systems here over the next few days. As far as what's happening now, temperatures cooler out closer to the coast where we have a lot more of the cloud coverage and the rain, and then even cooler in Shelton. We're sitting at 37 degrees right there. Some spots did even see a few snowflakes mixing in early into the morning. We're at 46 in Seattle, 43 around Renton. And the winds, that's also going to be a part of the forecast, because you see they're coming more out of the easterly direction. And with that being the case, that will lead to some breezy conditions as we have those gap winds. And when we refer to those gap winds, we're talking about through the Cascade gaps where we have our passes, where those winds are able to kind of funnel in between there, and then they accelerate through before expanding and coming out here across parts of Puget Sound. Expect the breezier winds there around areas such as, I would say, Renton Heights, around maybe even Buckley, Enumclaw, keeping an eye out for areas there. No advisories out because of them, but they are going to be noticeably breezier than what we're seeing farther to the west, here closer to Puget Sound. Now, as far as the rain, yeah, expect that to continue to start to head on in here, especially once we go past midnight tonight. More of the off and on showers here throughout the day closer to Seattle. Most of the action, though, staying farther to the south. And you can see what's happening right now with that system. It's moving into the region. It's bringing quite a bit of moisture, and we're seeing that moving up into the Olympics, where we expect even heavier amounts of snow there into the mountains. Some spotty snowflakes mixing in down across parts of Mason, maybe more of Thurston counties. But the rain right there along the coast, especially the south coast, that's where it is the heaviest here early into your Thursday afternoon. So high pressure stays off to our north, and that's going to keep things clear over Canada. Down this way, we're going to see that area of low pressure start to scoot on in, and there's more rainfall down into California, and you can see all the heavy stuff that's starting to come down there across parts of the Bay Area, Northern California too, with some snow up across some of the Sierra Nevadas. Now, as far as the winter weather advisories we expect over the Olympics, we expect that one to be in effect until 4 p.m. already starting up, and we're talking snow elevations above 2,500 feet where we can see 10 to 15 inches of snow. Winter weather advisories also in effect for the Cascades. Now, that's going to start up tonight at 10 p.m. That will last through 10 p.m. on Friday. Snow levels above 3,000 feet here, and amounts will be a little lower. We're not quite as close to the moisture source there, so 5 to 10 inches, and again, the higher amounts expected to be farther south. So let's first go back over the winds, as we expect those to be really breezy here through those gaps. Wherever you see more of the orange and the red coloration, that's where we can see some of those gusts around 30-40 miles per hour. That comes through, and then around areas such as Tacoma, Shelton eventually too, you start to get up around 25-30 miles per hour as well. We'll continue to see those kind of die off as we go later into the evening for some spots, while areas such as Seattle could get them up around 30 miles per hour for a short time, and then winds start to come back out of the south later on into the day tomorrow, and we'll keep them around, I would say, 10 to 15, maybe 20 as we go throughout the rest of your Friday. Now, the radar definitely shows as we go later into tonight and into the day tomorrow, instead of just those spots around southwest interior, the south coast, the rain starts to move northward, and we'll see that after midnight, and it's going to be a part of your morning commute for Friday. Some pockets of heavy rain, most of it though moderate rain, and then it gets out of here by 8 to 9 o'clock. So early morning commute, definitely more wet than what we're expecting for the latter part of the commute there. And then we'll see the snow, of course, for the mountains. That will start to die off as we go later on into the day, and expecting later on to that evening, convergence zone activity to start to pick up a little bit, keeping some of those showers around areas such as Everett and Seattle as we head into the evening, and still some more off and on chances into Saturday, but definitely a lot drier than what we're expecting heading on into the day for tomorrow. Now the amounts not too impressive, between a half an inch to an inch for the south coast. You can see areas here closer to Puget Sound, anywhere between a quarter of an inch to maybe a half an inch expected in those spots. And then areas here that are going to be farther towards the west, you can see up across more of the Olympics, that's where we could see some of those higher amounts, southwest slopes especially, and then across more of the Cascades, that 5 to 10 inch range that we spoke about before. So your forecast afterwards, by Sunday evening, we start to see the next chance of rain starting to head on in. We expect those as we head on into more of your Sunday night and into your day for, I would say, Monday, to start to bring in some heavier rain. So that's going to be pretty similar to what we are now noticing with our system currently, and then that one starts to head on out of here as we go into the earlier half of Tuesday. So some wetter days and some wetter times into the start of next work week, but milder too, with highs bouncing back in the low 50s. Today's forecast, farther north you go, probably the better chances you'll stay dry, and better chances of getting those 50s too. 53 in Blaine, Linden up to 54. Farther south, yeah, here comes some of those showers around, such as Seattle, Redmond up to 51, North Bend up to 48 degrees, and then farther south, a lot more clouds around. We'll see those temperatures around the mid to upper 40s, maybe a spotty 50 here and there. Your 7-day forecast after we get through tonight and early tomorrow morning, most of the weekend should be dry again. We'll see the better chance of rain early into Saturday, and then late into the day Sunday. In between there, kind of a spotty chance of a shower or two, but highs near the 50-degree mark, something we'll definitely take for this time of the year, and especially recently with the weather being so chilly. Don't forget, set those clocks forward 1 hour, daylight saving time starting up on Sunday, and then more of the heavier rain coming in for Monday and early into your day on Tuesday, with maybe some small chance of showers still around heading on into Wednesday. Overall, the forecast, again, not too terrible, but we do have to deal with some of those breezy winds. If you're along the Cascade foothills, keep an eye out, especially if you're closer to some of those passes, as the winds will accelerate through there and provide breezy conditions around 30, maybe 40 miles per hour. And yeah, have the rain gear ready again for later tonight and early into your Friday, and get ready for some of that fresh snow if you're going to be doing some skiing or snowboarding this weekend. Take care, everyone. Have a tremendous Thursday. We'll talk to you soon.